Yo, what is going on, guys? Today we have another VoD review. This is a gold Ana. Before I start the video, if anybody wants a VoD reviewed or just wants to, chill, I got a Discord down below. Just make sure my personal Discord and the educational Overwatch Discord, we host pugs and everything. Normally once or twice a week. So if that sounds like it interests you, join the Discord in the description. With that being said, let's just get right into the review. I'm going to be starting on defense here, which is halfway through the game. The reason for that is halfway through attack, somebody lagged out, and it kind of just seems like kind of scuffed to review a game with a lever. So I'm kind of just going to start on defense here. Looking at your team comp, it's standard Ryan Zarya, Hanzo, Junkrat. So you guys kind of just want to be behind the choke as a team. Hopefully later in the game, your Reinhardt walks back, because where he is right now is third position. Where you are it's okay. You don't know that they don't have a sniper yet, so be careful for that. But once you know the enemies have a Genji McCree and not a Widow, a Hanzo, damage boosted Ashe, then you can start peeking out more aggressively. Just until you know they have a sniper, play safe and try to just use like sounds or quick peeks to find out who the enemy's DPS are. Okay, good. You see the Genji coming for you. You immediately unscope. Good, perfect. He has no cooldown, so you could realistically kill him. It's just gonna take what, I think 2 shots here. 2 shots, maybe a melee. I think you can win this duel. And you got the Mercy on you. Good sleep. Don't chase. Like, at this point, I don't think you can kill him because he's really far away. He's still 2 shots away. He can just run to a health pack or run to the door. Why do I say don't chase? Because he's still going to be asleep for 5 seconds. And your Mercy's on you, which means your tank, your front line, has no protection on them. Now, sure, 1 DPS is dead and one of them's asleep in the back line. But still, you would want to just focus on keeping your main tank alive here. I wouldn't chase too far here. You end up getting him, though. Good job. Alright, right here, it's okay to hardscope. Again, they don't have a sniper, and there's no pressure on you. Just you're okay to hardscope. Do your job. Perfect. Okay, good time to reload. Okay, I like the little animation cancel. Solid. You hear the McCree coming? Easy sleep? No. Okay, so I guess the McCree, you have 2 options. So you could have either, well, you have a few options, but here's what I would have done. Once you heard him, I would have backed up out of flashbang range, but not far enough to the point where sleep is really hard to hit. So, oops, where do you end up? Oh, disconnect. So you're like here, and you get flashbang from here. I don't know what that sound is, that hissing sound. I would have backed up to here. This way I could still kind of reliably hit my sleep, but I'll be out of flashbang range. And if he has to roll towards me, I could drop down, and then the flashbang will hit me on the way down, and it basically does nothing because I'm falling down and I'm hard to hit. However, you probably still win this duel. McCree is a shot and a melee away, and you still can survive 2 shots. So you hit him, you get really close, hit 1 shot, 1 melee, and he dies. Or you just get headshot. Damn. Okay. Another reason I would have, after McCree wastes flash, get really close to him. How do I describe this? If you're really close to somebody and you move an inch to the left, they have to turn a lot of the head. Whereas if you're far and move an inch to the left, they just, slight turn and they're looking at you. So the closer you get to him, it might be really hard for him to just like super quickly swipe to your head and hit you as if you were, or as opposed to like a 5, 6, 7 meter distance. But that's just a really small thing. Bad nade. It got blocked by your teammate. It happens. Keep your Mercy alive. The fight's lost anyway, so don't sweat it. Unfortunate. So your mistake there was losing the duel to the McCree. Like I said, if you had avoided that flashbang, you would have been okay. However, that just seemed like a small mechanical thing. I'm not going to get too dicky about that. That's fine. It's not like a game sense issue there. Good. Hit the Genji on his way down. Here, I think you're doing fine. I understand your team needs heals. However, you're getting pressured. You can't just walk through the whole enemy team. Here, I start running away. Oh, you got shit on. I would have started running away once my Mercy died. I thought it was over. But, again, there, I think you did the most you could. I have no complaints about that second life. Now, hopefully here, you go high ground. Hopefully you go high ground. Because if you're on high ground, there's one thing that could test you on the enemy team, and that's Genji. Something else Who I'm really happy about on your first defense was you were high ground all by yourself. And there's really only one thing that contested you. It was the Genji, and then the flanking McCree came and killed you, which was unexpected. But if you're on high ground, I wouldn't expect too many flanking McCrees. I say that, but the McCree's top left right now. Trying to go for another flank. However, the reason high ground is good is if you want it, you're on it, that's perfect. And if you want to be on low ground, you drop right off, and then you're good. So that's why I would kind of default to high ground. Because you can get to low ground very easily within a second just by falling. But you can't reverse gravity and go from low ground to high ground. So issue number one would be defaulting to high ground. Do it more often. I mean, Deadeye was happening. It is what it is. Your whole team died to the Deadeye. I don't think you could have saved them. Even if you hit that sleep, I still think it was over. Let me just make sure. You would have saved a few people. Either way, I think that fight was lost. I don't know how to describe this. If you are going to be playing out in the open, try to realize what angles enemies can come from. Oh, here you push really aggressively. I don't like how aggressively you're pushing here. Anyway, if you're gonna play in like an open, how do I describe this? This is really hard to limit. Let me just go here and show you what I'm saying. I'm trying to make it so if I'm playing back here, the only thing I could see is my target. So if I'm trying to heal a Reinhardt, who would be, say, here, like your Reinhardt was, I would be positioned here. This way I can only see him. Because if you're gonna play in the middle of everything, you get hit from here, you get hit from here, you hit from here, and you know, like hit from over here. But like if you're sitting back here, just giving a really tight LOS, you can still hit your Reinhardt, you still hit your target, and no enemies can hit you because there's map geometry in the way. Try to use map geometry as cover a lot of the time. Anyway, let's see what's happening here. You were walking out of spawn very aggressively. I don't know if you guys were trying to like panic contesting, but it worked out for you guys. Okay, you got a few picks and it went okay. Main tank is dead. Start backing up. Start backing up. Back up. You're a healer. You're a healer. Again, this would be one of those times I would want you to default to high ground.
Is ready to deploy.
Not your fault. Wait, it got deflected? Oh no. This is such a sad game. I have to watch the offense instead. Oh, that's so rough. Anyway. Obviously, you know, didn't expect you to get grabbed. But if you're on high ground, you wouldn't have got grabbed. If you backed up, if you just backed up, you wouldn't have got grabbed. And you wouldn't have got hooked, and you wouldn't have died. So, default to high ground. When you have the chance, when you have a 5-10 second break, and you're not healing anything, go get your high ground. I don't know if this is tilt, but my man, you walk right past this Junkrat, and I feel for him right here. He's sitting here, oh, I'm at 100 HP, but my Ana's coming out of spawn, I should be okay. Nope, Nice Chase says, fuck this Junkrat, let me try to sleep this Reinhardt, and then try to 1v6. Okay. If you see a low HP teammate, fucking heal him, bro. Like, that's just a small awareness thing. You saw the Junkrat, I don't know why you didn't heal him, I'm not sure. Maybe you have low FO. I have no clue why you didn't heal him. You didn't have a team alive, so it's not like anyone could capitalize on that sleep. There, I would have played passive, waited till the very end, because I'm going to show you my camera. There's still a little bit of space here. There's still probably 10-15 meters where you could let your teammates respawn and let a tank come on a point before you have to contest and then kind of just die instantly. Additionally, you have Nano. You don't want to die with Nano. At least Nano something. Maybe Nano the Junkrat before you go and try to 1v6. But it looks like you're going to lose the whole round with Nano in your pocket, and that's really rough. The reason you're not getting Nano off is because you're not living. Nano monkey right there would be pretty big. There we go. I like it. I like it. Now, oh, she's not gonna rest. Okay. Why was that Nano good? Because it was a close to even fight, And nanoing Monkey is huge because he has consistent damage that's easy to hit. If you give nano to somebody like a McCree or a Widow or an Ashe, they might do well, but a lot of the time they're gonna miss their shots. Whereas a Monkey can't really miss his shots. A Zarya, I mean, she can miss her shots, but pretty likely she hits them. You see what I'm saying? Nanoing something that has consistent damage in the middle of a team fight where it's a pretty even fight, 100% worth it. Really good nano. Now your positioning is all over the place. It looks like you're panicking. Just focus on healing your tanks. Just no need to jump down there. Okay. Don't literally do this, but I think something that would help you would be taking your left hand off the keyboard completely, so that you're forced to kind of sit in a statue position and just heal. Because you, and for as long as I can remember, you've had this issue where when you play Ana, you just scramble all over the place. It's just fucking frenzied, WASD, walk, fucking walk backwards, left, right. You just move a lot. I think you need to take more time, take deep breaths, and just sit in a comfortable spot where you can see your main tank, off tank, maybe, but at least main tank. You can see your tanks, and you're not pressured by enemies. Where would that be? Depends on enemy composition, but judging by the fact that they only have one person to dive you, and he's not gonna just, you know, instantly kill you, and they don't have any snipers, high ground is a very good place to go. If not high ground, really far back. So this way, if that one person dives you, he has to dive through your whole team, and he's not really gonna get much support. That's why going really far back is okay. And if he does dive you, move towards your team, not away, which is something a lot of other people do. Anyway, really good nade. Really happy with that nade. You saved them from the nano blade. Waste of a sleep. That was a really low percentage sleep. I wouldn't have went for it. If you hit it, sure, that would have been godly, but realistically, you're not going to hit that. So, if you throw that sleep out, people are going to capitalize on the fact that you don't have it, but if you hold it, people will play more passive because they're afraid of the threat of the sleep. Does that make sense? No, that makes sense. This should make sense. Anyway, like right here, perfect example. You're just panic Wing when you have a Genji on you. Hold on, let me try to get it better. It's like, okay, Genji comes to you, okay, and instead of like just strafing him, you're already close enough to your team for PL, by the way. So anyway, don't bunny hop, and don't just walk in a straight line when versing that Genji. I would have strafed him left and right, because look at it this way: if I'm over here, and this is, how do I describe this? If this is team 1, and this is team 2, if you're moving forward and backwards away from this finger, it's just a straight line and I'll hit you. But if you're moving left and right, then I can maybe shoot here, 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 here. You know what I mean? So in a duel, you want to strafe horizontally with them. Not just the same direction they're going, not the same plane they're moving. Does that make sense? Hope that makes sense. But you go towards your team, which is better than going away from your team. You have nano, so try not to die with it. If you see yourself close to the point of dying and it's still an even fight, maybe a 5v5, 5v4, 6v4, etc., consider popping the nano. Now, easy sleep, good job. It'll help some damage. You got it, you're fine. At this point, why am I saying get aggressive, go for damage? It's like a 5v2, so you can get aggressive. Really bad nano, not happy with that at all. Why is that bad? The enemy team's still come back from spawn. Like, let's see, who is this Sigma fighting? Roadhog, Ana, and that's it. Mercy, if you want to count that. Like, this isn't a fight. This is still pre-fight. The enemy still has 2 people coming back from spawn. There's not 6 people's worth of pressure on the map, so you shouldn't be wasting ultimates. He's still a full shield as well, so you could have just straight up healed him. Panic nanos are really, really bad. Not happy with that at all. Here, I like the fact that it looks like you're repositioning.
What is that melody?
Don't waste nade like that. I don't even think you had a clear target. It's kind of just a yeet nade.
Watching your back.
So something a lot of people might be unhappy with is your reloading. Sometimes you'll waste, and I've heard other people say this, you waste a few shots and then you reload when your team needs heals. However, I don't think that is that big of a deal. As long as your tanks are still like above 80% HP, feel free to reload. Unless, of course, there's like an ultimate going on and you need to heal them for a bit. You whiffed the nade, unfortunate. Good sleep. Keep backing up. At this point, there's no pressure on you. Oh, you got shot. Anyway, at that point, there's no pressure on you. No enemies are diving you. And if you unscope, your shots are going to be harder to hit. So, if there's no pressure, and you can just stand still without having to worry about taking damage, scope in. Land your shots. There's no reason not to, except for the whole, oh, they could find out where I am thing. But, like, your aim would be much better once you scope in. You win that duel easy. Nice. Let's go Brig. Outskill. Keep your sim alive. At this point, you have no one else alive, besides Brig, and your sim is high charge. You want to just pocket her. Keep her alive. Try not to keep taking these duels. You put yourself in positions where the enemy can see you a lot. This guy looks pretty good. Might be a smurf. Moves pretty fluid. Alright, so I think I'm probably gonna. It looks like the end of the round, so I'm probably gonna stop that there.
Get into position.
Yeah, okay, so big issues. Number one is I'm not gonna say just positioning. High ground. As like a hit scan character, high ground is your best friend. You have no travel time, so being at a far distance and at a weird angle helps you more than it helps you because it hurts the enemy's aim more than it hurts yours. The distance helps you a lot from dives, and they only had one dive character, so it's not like he could go in by himself and kill you. So if you're playing Ana, try your best to default to high ground, and if you're getting pressured by 1, 2, 3 people and you can't win that fight, fall down to your team. And if you're playing, if there's no high ground, try to play really far away. Just hopefully there's no snipers. If you're rushing snipers, probably stay closer to your team. If the enemy is running dive characters, also high ground, and then get closer to your team for peel. Another issue was your nanos, nano S question mark. Some of them were wastes. Sure, you would use them when there's not like an equal fight. Like I said, use it like a 6v3 where you guys had spawn advantage, and it was only really a Roadhog fighting your Sigma, and then the rest of your team. And then sometimes you would die when you had it, and it's like, how do I describe it? If you had used the nano before you died, then you might have changed that fight in a positive manner, because maybe you nano Sigma and all attention shifts to him, and then you stay alive, and he has damage reduction, and because it's gold, people will focus on nano target who has damage reduction. That's just kind of how, brain works. Like, nanoing somebody before you die, or not before you die, nanoing somebody early in a fight, identifying when the fight starts and nanoing them makes a massive difference, because it baits up so many cooldowns and just makes the fight play out totally differently. And if I had to say a third issue, it would be what was I gonna say? Well, this ties back into number one. Excuse me. Find a safe spot to sit and hardscope. I know people are gonna shit on you for hardscoping, and your hardscope's so easy to kill. But if you're safe, if there's no pressure on you, you could hardscope, and you'll hit way more shots than going for crazy like left click projectile shots. Find safe spots and just sit there and right click. It's fine for healing tanks. Absolutely okay. But that plays back into number one, general positioning. Number 3 is your ability / mechanics. There's a lot of time you miss sleeps that are really hard, and you shouldn't even go for them in the first place. A lot of time where you whiff easy nades, whiff hard nades, nade nothing, etc. Be more stingy with your abilities. Your healing is your left click healing, your just biotic rifle, whatever you want to call it, is so strong. You don't need to nade every time you see a critical tank. Saving that nade makes you more scary because you can't get dove, or else their enemy's gonna get purpled and you're gonna get healed for 100 HP. Enemies can't push your tank as hard because if I push the tank and I'm gonna get purpled, I don't have a Zarya to wipe it off, and I'm fucked because I can't get healed. So by you saving nade and saving sleep, you make yourself just way more threatening. But if you waste them, you're basically saying, okay, enemy team, dive me. What am I gonna do? Protect myself? Fuck no, I can't do that. I wasted my nade. I threw it at the floor. Oh, my sleep? Yeah, they hit the wall. So save your abilities more. Be more stingy with them. Less is more. You know what I'm saying? I hope this helped. This will be the end of the VoD review. Hope this helped. Your 3 things were positioning / high ground, nano usage, and then just ability mechanics in general. With that being said, I'm gonna head off. Peace out, y'all.